They called me a mighty man of valor, but even heroes bleed beneath the armor, and mine was rotting from the inside out. Victory had become the scent of my life. Every city I entered, they bowed. Every soldier I commanded, they obeyed. The king himself trusted no one else to lead his army. But there was one enemy I could not defeat. It started as a patch on my arm, nothing more than a whisper of pain. Soon, it spread, slow, relentless. I hid it well, behind silk robes, golden armor, and pride. But in the silence of the night, when the servants left and the torches dimmed, I saw what I truly was. A man falling apart, one cell at a time. And then, a voice, not from a prophet, not from a priest, but from a slave girl in my own home. If only my master were with the prophet in Samaria, he would heal him of his leprosy, she said. A child believed in what I had given up on, hope. I carried with me silver, gold, and the finest garments, a king's ransom, to buy a miracle. The king of Syria himself sent a letter to Israel's king, ordering him to heal me. But when we arrived, the king of Israel tore his robes. Am I God to kill and make alive? Does this man seek to quarrel with me? His fear stung me more than my disease. Was there no prophet, no healer? Had I crossed deserts for nothing? Then a messenger came from a man named Elisha. Let him come to me, that he may know there is a prophet in Israel. So we rode, chariots, soldiers, pride intact, to the humble door of a prophet. But he did not even come out to meet me, not even a glance. A servant came instead, a servant to speak to me, Naaman, commander of the Syrian army. Go, wash in the Jordan 7 times, and your flesh shall be restored, and you shall be clean. That was it? No ceremony? No chant? No gesture of power? I imagined he would wave his hand, call upon his God, and heal me in a blaze of light. Instead, he sends me to bathe in a muddy river? The rivers of Damascus, Abana, Pharpar, their waters run clear and strong, and I am told to dip myself in Israel's dust? I turned away, furious, humiliated. Was this how the God of Israel treated men of worth? By breaking them? I sat apart from my men that night. No one dared speak. No one dared look at me, except one, my servant, the same one who had ridden beside me since my youth. My father, he said humbly, if the prophet had asked you to do something great, would you not have done it? How much more, then, when he says simply, wash and be clean? Those words pierced deeper than any sword, because they were true. If he had asked for gold, I would have paid. If he had asked for blood, I would have shed it. But obedience, that was too cheap for my pride. Pride, that was the disease under the disease. So I went to the Jordan. The water looked ordinary, small, brown, unimpressive, and yet something in me trembled. One dip, cold, muddy, No change. 2 dips. Still nothing. The men watching from the shore whispered among themselves. 3 dips. My heart pounded. 4, 5, 6. Nothing. I hesitated before the 7th. My pride screamed, "Enough!" But obedience whispered, "Once more." And when I rose, my hands, my skin, they were new, smooth, pure, whole, like a child's. For the first time in years, I felt the warmth of sunlight without shame. No disease, no mask, no pride, only grace. I returned to Elisha, this time not as a commander, but as a servant. I stood before him and said, "Behold, I know there is no God in all the earth but in Israel." I offered him silver, gold, gifts beyond measure, but he refused. As the Lord lives before whom I stand, I will receive none. He would not profit from grace. So I asked for something else, 2 mule loads of earth. If I must return to Syria, then let me take with me a piece of this land, a piece of the ground where I was reborn. In my country, my king still bows to a god called Rimmon. When he leans on my arm, I must bow beside him. And so I asked Elisha, "May the Lord pardon your servant in this." He looked at me and said, "Go in peace." That peace has never left me. I left a leper. I returned a believer. And I learned, the God of Israel does not heal to impress. He heals to reveal, not to prove his power, but to restore your heart. I thought the miracle was in the water, but it was never about the Jordan. It was about the surrender. Pride had to die so that faith could live. If you've ever felt unworthy, too far gone, remember, healing begins the moment you obey. Let me ask you, what's your Jordan? The place where God is calling you to dip again and again until pride drowns and grace rises. Leave your answer in the comments and subscribe for more stories where faith comes alive.